Hey, how you doing? My name is Mickey Rose, and I was wondering if I could show you how I make my lunch and now I want to eat it out.
What?
Hey! Hello to my girls, my gays, and my theys. And the gentlemen too. We don't discriminate. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, I'm so glad that y'all made it back to the Chaotic Kitchen. Today, we are going to do something that I don't really do on the regular. Like, I haven't had one of these in quite some time. It might not be especially healthy, specifically, but it's a meal. And then on top of that, you can do it any type of way that you want to. Y'all know I come on here and I show y'all what I like to eat and how I do my food, but you can do as you please because that's your kitchen and this is mine. Okay? Today we're going to be making baked potatoes. Yes. We're going to be doing some baked potatoes topped with a little bit of steak and shrimp. I kind of want to do like a cheese sauce. I haven't had a baked potato in so long, but I've seen people do them a few different ways. So I'm going to try it a different way than how I have in the past. Hopefully it turns out great because I am hungry. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't that right, Jimmy? Exactly. Let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all ready? Because I am. Make sure you have your notepads out. Because we about to blow this pop stand, baby. Potato stand.
This guy stinks!
Are y'all ready for real? You ready? You good? You got your seatbelt on? Let's go! So you're gonna want to start with some really nice sized potatoes. I got some russet potatoes. They're a little dented, but that's all right because we're not eating the whole thing. So you're gonna want to rinse them off really good. I've seen people wash them with dish soap. I didn't. Y'all can do what y'all want to do though. I just wouldn't recommend it. But hey, like I said, it's your kitchen. So yeah, give them a thorough rinse. Not a rinse. Give them a wash. Okay, wash them like you wash your hands without the soap. And then dry them off with a nice paper towel so that we can get ready to place them in the oven. So I have my foil here. That's where they're going to be baking. And then I am going to pour a little bit of oil. You can use olive oil, grapeseed, avocado. That's what I have. And then just give her a nice little lather. Of course, I used the leftover oil because that was a lot. And then I sprinkle some salt on there on both sides. Even though I'm not eating outside. Like I said, y'all can eat the outside if y'all want to. But I didn't. Okay, that's just me though. That's just me. So then once you've salted your potatoes, you're going to want to poke them. I think you can use a knife for this or a fork. Just be careful. Don't stab yourself. Do it on both sides. And this is so that some of the pressure in the, I guess the air can escape so the potato doesn't explode. Wow, that looks dangerous. Just be careful, guys. Just be careful. Once they're nice and holy, then you can wrap them in your foil, place them in a baking dish, and bake them for probably like an hour and a half on 350. So next I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my steak. I went ahead and patted it dry and then went in with a little bit of olive oil. And you don't have to season it and marinate it. That's just something that I'm used to doing. So I just went ahead and did that, and I let it sit in the fridge for probably maybe like an hour. I seasoned her with some black pepper and some steak seasoning on both sides. And then I wrapped her and then let her sit for, like I said, probably about 30 minutes to an hour before I put her in a skillet. Excuse the noise, guys. I had my mixer going in the back. But for the shrimpies, I seasoned them with some Old Bay, some garlic powder, and some black pepper. And you don't have to let these marinate per se, but after I seasoned them, I just set them to the side until I was ready to actually cook them. And then I drizzled them in olive oil, made sure that they were nice and seasoned on both sides, and then voila, there you are. So when I went to cook my steak, I made sure that my skillet was already hot on like a 4 to 5 heat. And then I also kind of wiped some oil in there just because I didn't want it to be dry, if that makes sense. So I cooked it on both sides for probably about 2 minutes. Well, like more like 3 minutes. And then I knew it wasn't done. So I flipped them again for another 2 minutes on each side. And then that might vary just depending on the size of your steak and then also how you want it. I wanted mine kind of medium well. So I made sure, of course, that it was cooked thoroughly, but I didn't want it to be black and burnt. So I didn't want to keep flipping it too much because I didn't want it to lose its juiciness. But I would say 2 flips on each side is probably the most times that I'm gonna flip it. And then once I see that it looks how I want it to, I went ahead and took it off and I let it rest for a little while before I got into cutting it. So now I'm gonna move on to my shrimp. It's probably the simplest part of this process. I drizzle some olive oil in my pan and let that get hot. And then I let them cook on each side for probably about 5 minutes. As y'all can hear, I have my show going in the background. What y'all been watching recently? Put me on to some movies and some shows on the various streaming platforms. I'm looking for some new stuff to watch. So now my shrimps are cooked and I like the way that they look. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up because I want smaller pieces in my potato. But you don't have to. You can also do whole pieces. I don't know what I was thinking, only making six. I definitely should have made more because I like shrimp and I think it was a very nice addition. And I mean, just don't be scared to put more because I had like a whole steak and then like 2 pieces of shrimp, you know? So now I'm gonna get into making my cheese sauce. I remove my shrimp from the pan and turn my heat down to like a low 1 or a 2. I melted my butter and then added some heavy whipping cream, and I let them get incorporated and mixed in. I went in with my vegan heavy whipping cream because that's what I'm trying to incorporate more, is dairy free stuff. But you know, one step at a time, one step at a time. I love my butter, I love my cheese, but you can do as you please, okay? So I seasoned this sauce with some black pepper and some onion powder. I didn't think I needed a whole lot of seasoning just because I have seasoning in everything else. So I made sure that I whisked that in, and then I let it simmer for a little bit and bubble up before I put my cheese in. This took probably about 5 minutes. So once I see that it's simmering, I cut my heat off and then I add my cheese. I wanted to make sure that all of my cheese was melted in pretty well, so I whisked it until I could see like that there weren't any clumps or little cheese strips laying around, and then make sure it was smooth all across the board. All right, so my potatoes are done. I went ahead after they cooled off for quite some time. I cut the tops off of them, and I wanted this to be really cute. Like, I wanted it to look presentable. So the technique that I went about cutting these, it was very precise and particular. You don't have to do it like this, but I'm just kind of OCD. So I did it so that it would be cute and I could ensure that my potato would stay in one piece. So as you can see, I'm going around the potato to kind of like make a perimeter of sorts. And then I'm scooping out those insides and I'm going to place them in this pot so that I can make my filling.
Okay, so Russia's not ideal. Yeah, not Russia, my man. Not he's being held at Vladivostok. That's the most dangerous place in Russia. It's a haven for criminality and violence. Russian mafia, yakuza, Joko, triads. All protected by corrupt police, FSB, and the military. Translation? It's a suicide mission. No, no. In translation, it is the wild. Same guy. That's Lee, former intelligence officer turned gun for hire. Who would hire someone to kill us? Doyle. What? Why would Doyle want to kill me? You asked about her assets. Donna's been running ghost assets for years, stealing shit tons of money from the agency. She must have assumed I told you. Okay, I'm Audi 5000. Peace out, bitches. Wait, Jonas, where you going? I'm going to the embassy to drown myself in a toilet so I can get out of this koala fuck of an operation understand what the stakes are. Okay, but in order to rescue your damsel in distress, we're gonna need some intel about where she's being held.
So once my taters are gutted, I'm gonna go ahead and mash those guts and make sure that they're nice and smooth. They don't have to be seamless like mashed potatoes, but I don't want any huge clumps. So I'm gonna mix those and break them down for probably about a minute or so.
Hey, nice bike. Hi. I was starting to worry I wouldn't see you again. I'm heading into work right now, but I can call in sick. No, there's no need. I can't really stay on. Actually, I'm here to ask you a huge favor. Technically, it's a business transaction. I need to borrow your father's phone. I'm not really sure for how long, but I need it right now. What?
And then of course this is a baked potato, so I put in some butter along with some sour cream. And I mixed it up just a little before I added my cheese sauce so that everything could be incorporated all together at once. I gave that a good stir and made sure everything was melted and incorporated. And then I added a little bit of broccoli florets. I definitely should have added more of that as well. But you know, just do what you please, guys. Do what you please. So I kept my potatoes in that foil and then I put them on like another baking dish that was going to be big enough. And then I just basically put the filling in there. I kind of did like a layering effect. And then after you add in a little bit of potatoes, you do your meat. And you can also do a layer of cheese. I didn't because I didn't think about it. I thought I had enough cheese, but I didn't. So yeah, layer your meats, layer your cheese, any other toppings that you want to put in between, you can lay them here. And then I did another layer of potato filling and then another layer of meat and cheese on top. And don't be scared to actually load it up with cheese. Like I would have did more than this. I don't know why I was being so skimp. I really should have added more cheese in that. But anyway, I sprinkled it with some parsley and then I let them bake in the oven for another probably like 10 minutes on 350 again.
A few moments later.
Y'all, they came out so freaking cute. Like, aside from being cute, they were delicious, but they just look really yummy and like presentable, you know? Yes.
Boy, oh boy. Y'all ready for this?
Like, it looks real cute. Real cute. Like, I'm gonna put this on a website or something. Scrum dilly yum yum brr brr.
You want some? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Excellent. I could have, should have, would have added some more shrimp. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very delicious. Do y'all be eating the skin on baked potatoes? Notes, if I were to do anything different, I would add more shrimp, a little bit more cheese. I might do like Parmesan, as well as cheddar, but more cheddar for sure. But yeah, this is really good. This is good. I ain't gonna say I outdid myself, but hey. Well, this has been fun. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you have any suggestions or notes, recommendations, things you want to see me do. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.